Hey, so you know how every town, most towns, villages, definitely cities, have like a light switch on thing for Christmas, to start Christmas going. And they've all got trees that get donated or whatever. This is Long Eaton's. Oh. So Chris Whitty's come out endorsing, like he's got any qualifications whatsoever, endorsing the 15-minute city concept. Now, I would have thought he would have kept his head down, like the other dickhead. His name's just gone. Yeah, there were 3 podiums, weren't there? And you get all of the stupid, sleepy people, the morons sat there waiting to be told what to do. Stay home, save lives. I can't remember what the 3 things were. There was something on each podium, and people would be gathering around the TV set waiting to know what the rules were going to be so they could follow them. And Hancock is has publicly stated that he's a little bit nervous and wants to be free of any connection to anything nefarious to do with the Japs. Zero punishment. He's nervous. You would think that Whitty would have kept his head down because of the fact that he's got doctor, at the start of his title. I think more people paid attention, more stupid people paid attention to him in this country than anyone else. So you would think that this bastard would have kept his head down, would continue to keep his head down. But he's not. He's just making more and more rods for his own back. A man that single-handedly caused a genocide in this country of our senior citizens. You don't get more criminal than that. And you hear virtually nobody talking about that. This massive event, mass murder of an important layer of our community, just wiped out almost overnight. Wait, do you know what? It is like Crufts today. It is. They're on, they're off, they're on, they're off, they're on, they're off. And then I see people like this guy here who doesn't bother to put their dog on their lead when they see me put mine on theirs. So we'll see. But yeah, it's this way. Come on. Yeah, so serious crimes committed against humanity. Massive. Unforgivable. Hold on a sec. And unfortunately, we've still got a massive chunk of people out there that still sit and watch and listen to be told what to do. After 5 years. It's mad. But this is a demonstration of how weak-minded people are. You've got really, really strong-minded people with a critical mind, right? And then you've got right down the other end people that are easily manipulated and can't think for themselves, and then everything in between. We're up here, you know. That's not a big-headed thing, you know. It's not an egotistical thing to say. It's a fact. It's the same as people, you know. You've got really pure people up here, pure. You can sense it, you can feel it when you're around them. Pure, not one single bad bone in their body. Sal was one of them, and there are people that I've met and people that I've spoken to in our little tribe that fall under that banner. And then you've got right down the other end evil, twisted, sick bastards like Whitty, like Hancock, you know, like Starmer. I could reel a list off. I could write names down on a brand new bog roll in small writing, and I'd still need another bog roll. You know, that's a lot of heads to roll. Hell of a lot. And I'm sick and tired of hearing about this drone shit. You know, there are going to be people out there, the same people out there saying, it's UFOs, they're coming, you know, falling for this ridiculous. I mean, seriously, what a ridiculous narrative. Mental. You know, I'll be so pissed off if anyone falls for some sort of UFO kind of alien invasion narrative. You know, if anyone I know falls for that shit, they're gone. That's it, out of my life. You know, I could sort of understand why people panicked when they said that there's a pandemic of epic proportions. It's killing everyone. Look at all these videos of people dying. You know, I can sort of see how some people would have fallen for that shit. I think a lot of people that didn't fall for it probably had a moment initially where they were thinking, well, this sounds a bit rough. But the people who believe that these drones are anything but man-made will be the same people that would say something like, the COVID jabs are good for me. You know, idiots, morons, absolute morons. And plenty of people will fall for it. Project Bluebeam is very, very real. Very real. And they can make things appear in the sky. So, you know, again, no offence intended, but there are a lot of Christians out there that are probably sat on their arse thinking, I don't need to do anything because Jesus is going to save me. Right. Zephyr! Storm! This way! Wait. Oh, see, this is probably the... Wait! Probably the 8th time. Storm! Wait! Good girl. Wait. Oh. See, it breaks up my flow when I'm trying to talk to you and trying to get things off my chest. When they don't just do as they're fucking told, you know. 9 times out of 10, they're bang on, but you've got to catch them before they get in the zone. The zone where they want to chase. Because it's part of what they are. It's part of who they are. You know, it's dogs. It's dogs. Oh, dogs everywhere. Everywhere. They're everywhere. You know? So the drone market for the average consumer, you, me, everyone else, really picked up probably about 10 years ago. And there have been a lot of people over the years, some of them whistleblowers, some of them, but then are they, you know, real whistleblowers die from self-inflicted wounds from guns 100 feet away, really long arms, you know, Mr. Tickle. You know, they think we're fucking stupid, and a lot of people are. So anyway, a lot of people have said over the years that that they believe that our military is something like 30 years ahead of us. So if the drones that we could buy 10 years ago were 30 years behind, then what we could buy then, which was still quite impressive, some of them, you know. I've seen a few down here. There's a hobbyist, a guy who does a little bit of work for the council on the side, and he's got a proper dog's bollocks drone. I mean, it's impressive. Thousands and thousands of pounds worth. And it's quite big. And yeah, stuff like that, similar to that, was available to the consumer 10 years ago. So, and there are lots and lots and lots of examples of what drones can do, you know, all over the world. And it's impressive. Zephyr, wait. Storm, this way. Zephyr, wait. Wait, get here. This way. See, it's just everywhere. It's again, this is why I come out at night. This is why I come out at night when there's no one around. But it's not fair for them to go out on walks at night, you know. It's not natural. So let's say, for argument's sake, that they've mastered zero-point energy or anti-gravity technology, which I believe they have. I believe that they had knowledge of this in the 40s. And the people that were researching this in Germany, Nazi Germany, came over to America, went over to America, Operation Paperclip, and just researched with a bottomless budget. So these drones will be able to perform these manoeuvres. But then on top of that, you've got loads and loads and loads of state-of-the-art video manipulation technology out there as well. You know, fakery. Everyone's got a phone with an amazing camera on it now. Yet pretty much anything that could possibly be footage is all grainy and shit. You know, there's all these things to take into account. And this is on steroids now. And if David Curtin, if what he says is true, then this is going to be heaving. You know, there's easily 100, maybe 150 properties, houses, flats, apartments, that sort of thing, on this little plot. So if, for example, 70% of this was given to these illegal immigrants who have paid fuck all into the system at any point in their life, imagine being a family in that other 30% living amongst these people from a third world country that's been bombed and obliterated and manipulated, taken advantage of, raped and pillaged by the West. Yeah, they're going to love us. So imagine being, you've been on the list for housing, for social housing, for I mean, look at it, it's just so many properties for social housing for years, and then all of a sudden they get a letter through the door saying, we've got a house for you, brand new, brand spanking new, never been lived in, 3 bedrooms, just big enough for your family. What do you think? They're going to just jump straight on that, you know. So they move into this estate, or state, that's what it'll be, a right state, because again, pretty much everywhere I've been that's been multicultural, fucking hate that word, has turned into a shit tip overnight, you know. Look at Radford, you know, that's where I was born, Radford, Nottingham, you know. It's an absolute shit tip. Everywhere that these people move to, they don't seem to have any pride in where they live. Most of them. So you know, and that's a, you know, what, 5-10 minute walk from my front door, smack bang in the middle of Long Eaton, surrounded by a lot of really established houses that have been there for upwards of 100 years, and some of the people that live in them, I know of one, has lived there all their life since they were a kid, and now they're pensioners. So you bring a family into an estate like that where you've got 70% illegal immigrants, because I don't care what other title they're trying to give these people, fuck that, it is what it is, they're here illegally. And you've got daughters, you know, fairly attractive misses. Can you imagine living on that estate where 70% of the people that live there are fighting age men that are horny, you know? And they don't really kind of think that much about whether, no, I don't want to go down that route. All I'm saying is this is going to get so interesting and so fast as well, you know. And finally, I'll finish on the whole wanting to remove juries from trials. That's so bad. Because that is one weapon. That is one weapon that we have under common law, is trial by jury. You get a fair trial, you know, provided the jury's not made up of plants, you know. And if you go to court, you can demand 3 times the power of 3. Three times. I demand a jury of 12 of my peers. Say that 3 times, and they've got to do it. They've got to do it. But they're on about wiping that out. So straight to a magistrate's, not Crown, straight to a magistrate's court that used to have a limit of about 6 months. That's gone up to a year. They're going to try and push it to 2 years jail from a magistrate's, which is generally small claims, really. You know, pretty much petty stuff. So we already know that the country's full of bent judges, because only a bent judge would send someone to jail for posting something online that wasn't necessarily inciting violence, just an opinion, and given 2 years. That's a bent judge, you know. And all bent judges should be on the same list as Whitty and Hancock and all of the rest, you know. When it comes to the crunch, because there will be a crunch, I'm telling you, there will be a crunch. When it comes to that crunch, sorry mate, she'll just walk straight in front of anyone. It's like, nah, I won't go around him, I'll walk straight in front of him. The people of the world need to aim straight for Medusa's head and then work the way down. And yeah, you know, am I inciting? I don't give a fuck. I don't. I'm past caring about that. Come for me, I'll make you famous.